Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. As we stand here today, ready to celebrate a new galaxy of winners at this landmark 10th edition of the Economic Times Startup Awards, my mind goes back to 2016. In 2016, like this year, the jury was chaired by Mr. Nandan Nilekani. That year, we gave the Best On-Campus Award to two young entrepreneurs who had just made a prototype of a product at the Incubation Center of IIT Madras. When they came on stage to accept their award and they thanked ET for the recognition, the CEO said, and I quote, "We need to get our first product out, and the day we meet our first happy customer, then we will truly justify something like this." That CEO was none other than Tarun Mehta of Ather Energy, whose scooters are now ubiquitous on India's roads. Ather recently filed for an IPO seeking a $2.5 billion valuation. This ride from campus to capital markets happened in front of our own eyes in a matter of just 8 years. I remember the same year, 2016, we awarded the Bootstrap Champion Award winner, a small fintech that was notably profitable from the beginning. That year, it made a profit of 65 crores on a revenue of 120 crores. As many of you would have read in ET recently, this year, that same company just posted a revenue of 8,300 crores and a profit of 4,700 crores. That company was, of course, Zerodha. And in 2016, the winner of Startup of the Year was Freshworks, which subsequently went on to list on the NASDAQ and continues to thrive as one of the largest SaaS companies to have come out of India. These are the stories from just 1 year, 2016. I stand here with a sense of immense pride and joy in having had the privilege to witness the incredible journey for a decade now. These awards have offered us a ringside view of one of the world's greatest value creation sagas, that of the Indian startup ecosystem. But I must say, what we at the Economic Times feel the most grateful for is not just watching the journey, but having been able to help develop the community that's been built around these awards. It's all of you today who've gathered here, who help, mentor, and invest in each other and help build great companies together. It's this spirit of entrepreneurship that this city exemplifies that's such a joy to chronicle, to celebrate, and to be a part of. In bringing attention and recognition to this ecosystem, I think that the ET Startup Awards has played a small role in building the cycle of paying it forward. Winners come back as jury members, and as they go on to become unicorns, they invest in the next wave of entrepreneurs. Among this year's jury members, Albinder and Ritesh are both past winners. Sachin Bansal, who's been on the jury for many years, was an angel investor in Ather. And there are many, many more such stories. We're especially grateful for our esteemed jury members over the years, and the team at Economic Times, who deeply studies the ecosystem to support our jury members and helping them make rigorous choices for winners. Thank you to each of our jurors, and especially to Nandan, the architect of India's wildly successful digital public infrastructure, and the chairman of this year's jury, and a longtime supporter of our initiatives. Today, we're honored that joining us shortly is Mr. Ashwini Vaishnav, Minister of IT, Railways, and IMB, quite the portfolio. He's been a steadfast champion of India's startups, and indeed a supporter of these awards as well. And I'm sure we all look forward to listening to his thoughts soon. So thank you all for joining us today, and welcome to the 10th edition of the Economic Times Startup Awards. Thank you.